pattern that's
That's tomorrow.
consistent,
You know that's
right?
tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Phoenix just messaged me about that too,
Oh,
about
okay.
the planetary
Yeah.
alignments. But anyway, so the planets is getting in formation. Who get in formation? Soldiers, right?
Most of.
It's an energetic war. And in order to successfully activate the frequency, everybody got to get in formation. We finna run a razzle-dazzle play out of the I formation. In order to split the defense and go for the Hail Mary. Come with me, Hail Mary. Didn't you see? What do we have here now? Do you want to ride or die?
What kind of
Da, 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 da.
you broke down? You was already breaking down the spiritual technology. I was talking about the spiritual technology. You started talking about water and this. What do you think we do? Like, it's some rituals like the wolf moon. I don't never do nothing on the wolf moon because it's usually chaotic energy, right? Tomorrow, the aligning of the planets. What kind of ritual would we do? Like, do we go do something, or do we sit it out, or do you know what I'm saying? How do we? What do we do?
Everybody
And what,
everybody got different practices that they follow. If you come on here and you could tell the Christians what to do for the Christian church or the Muslim what to do, you can't tell everybody to do one ritual. They got different energy deposits in different locations. As long as they follow what they know and do the best they can with what they know, they gonna be guided to make the right move. Like they say, God look out for babies and damn fools, right? The damn fool is the one in the fool's journey that can't see where he's going, so he needs somebody to be Geppetto and pull his strings till he can walk down the proper direction.
Let's see. Nah,
Oh.
man.
So when you get a community, the community do what they community priests tell them because they are hot, they have an energy surplus to draw from when they do the ritual. That's to the community priest is the one that oversees the activation, deactivation, and reactivations of energy. Right? Most of the stuff that like family rituals, all of the families that go to family reunions, there's something that they do in their family reunion that don't nobody else do in theirs. Right? So all of this is testimony of nature working with us and us working with nature. If you read what nature telling you, that those are the things that occur naturally, you can see man's intervention. Those are the things that don't occur naturally, but they came up too regularly for it to be inconsistency.
Keep going, OG. I'm listening.
Yeah. So I don't like prescribe rituals unless it's like, for instance, I had one called the white candle ritual that we did a few years back that because it was a white candle day that anybody can use from the Christians can use it, the Muslims can use, anybody that is allowed to burn a white candle can use that same ritual. Right. And then I had the Sage the City. I didn't orchestrate it or organize it, but I explained it how it worked and I promoted it.
A couple years ago, you had us when you said Chiefs work land, and I took my bell, took my top hat, and it was we went from New Orleans, we walked all the way from New Orleans, we walked around there, IGs or whatever, we walked around there for a little minute, and doing my bell, I went out there with my cigar and everything and shit. That was power. I just felt the energy of it because it was Ancestor Day, and I just felt the ancestors on me and shit. And you know what I'm saying? So yeah, everything's based on your intention, most definitely. So shit, if anything, just stay positive for tomorrow. yo, I don't wanna hog up all these people time. Yo, now's the time you can start like asking some civilized questions. My apology for holding him up, man. He most definitely can take a couple
So,
questions.
well, yeah, once you pull them up one at a time, because we only got an hour before they cut us off. So,
And then, yo,
we're just
I don't know if you saw that. You saw what Elon Musk did. I think they be thinking we dumb though, but you saw Elon Musk did the whole white power thing, huh?
oh yeah, that don't mean nothing.
Preparation prevents poor performance. It's
That
with
was absolutely.
and grasshopper type shit. So
Yes.
you already ready.
Any
Be ready for everything.
you got to remember, we took over. We had friendly pale faces take over all the racist organizations. So now they thought they was gonna get away, and then they started enforcing what was called DNA testing, and they found out that almost all of them got some cut on them.
Mm-hmm.
So now that just killed their white supremacy doctrine through genetic annihilation. Shout out to Francis Cress Wells and the Keys to the Color Confrontation. If you don't understand white supremacy, everything you think you understand and is only confusing you at its basic principles.
Did anybody have any questions? If you ask it, can you ask it again? Because there's a lot of comments.
Won't you just let people come up one at a time?
I'm
looking.
Did you see Trump didn't put his hand on the Bible?
It was all the stage show, theatrical performance.
I've been hearing that too. They talk about Trump taking the Panama Canal, which is interesting, which is very interesting.
Actually, that's in the treaty.
That's interesting. I'm telling you, and the flight tickets.
Yeah, so you got to look at why you're doing it, but it's also, remember, I told people we have to change all of the names that the colonizers gave us in the recovery. This is why he talking about taking Greenland.
Hey, he said some interesting places. I'm like, if you know the history of these places, the Panama Canal, just talk about the Z dynasty, the Panama Canal is and always has been kind of important to all of that. They make you seem like you can't.
First, you got to remember that the Panama Canal ain't always been there. First thing you got to remember is that the Panama Canal ain't always been there. It's man-made and it's not 200 years old. I don't even think it's 100 years old.
They say, how do you activate your DNA?
By becoming exposed to your family. Like, there's a lot of ways to do it. You can educate yourself until different codons activate, right? But it's your DNA is gonna start coming online anyway. So all you got to do at this point is cleanse your body to help it come in faster, right? And learn how to breathe like a singer, and get key supplements. There's key supplements that assist you too. Like
the funny thing about it is Trump's talking about putting med beds in. That's been passed around. So it's like
you're not talking about it. They're gonna be unveiled at the World Fair.
I see, and I'm not mad.
There's gonna be a whole bunch of healing technology. You know, depending on the theme, is gonna really tell you more about what they gonna release. But a lot of the concealed technology is gonna come out at the World Fair. Remember, Memorial Day is the beginning of the 250-year celebration. That's what Trump called it. I call it the 1 year long Mardi Gras, the National Mardi Gras year. Right? But Trump called it the 250-year independence celebration.
And everything is making sense because no matter what the parallel, they can make it sound, or they can put whatever topic they want on it, but it's parallel to everything that's been said is gonna be done. Even like I don't know, my homegirl came out with a song kind of like Pastor Troy did back in the day, that vice versa, and it's like look this way, but really this. Yo, speaking of which, Underdog 63 said some dope shit. He said Elon was showing that they're going against the Jewish cabal. That brings me back to that conversation we had a long time ago about the biker and who they really work for type shit.
Yeah, the bikers you were never supposed to know what's going on in the bikers community. We would have never knew what was going on in the biker community if the federal government don't send infiltrators in there. Because they literally follow the code, right? Leave civilians out of our business. Civilians is the people from other clans that don't got nothing to do with their clans. So if they go to war with another biker gang in the desert, shit, leave their ass land where they did at. I mean, they, send them home to be cared for by their own. Everybody get your dead off the battlefield. That's their business. But the government get involved in it, and then they're trying to round up as many of them as they can before they alert the other tribes to follow the tribal tradition, the tribal structure. That's why the Nation of Islam is so strong. It's built on tribal structure. They just didn't know we had the capabilities to organize like this.
Master MC Yin Yang, he said, expose yourself to the Earth's different ley lines. That's the real thing. Most of those mounds and pyramids are actually built on those ley lines, and that's how we know that they're energy conductors. Most of the stones they're using have magnetic volcano rock in it. So they're telling you that they were using frequencies, they're using energies. So the ley lines, pay attention to the ley lines, and they have them in California, they have them all in Atlanta, they have them in they have them wherever you at. They got something close by you. If you got mounds by you, you tapping in. Chief, what are a few things I can do to better prep my young family for what to come, especially my wife that's still anchored deeply into Christianity?
Well, shock and awe coming. You ain't gonna have to try to just make sure that you do your provisions part in case we lose power for whatever reason. Because like when this cold front come, they expecting the power grid to be overrun with people running heat, right? And they say that it's not, for the amount of freeze we about to have, it's going to be unprecedented stress on the power grid. That might be a convenient excuse for them to hit the switch and turn them off. You got to remember that. So if you got people that have like life support respirators, they at home, they need a generator. If everybody is healthy, then you need a healthy supply of food to feed them motherfuckers, because healthy people eat way harder than sick people. As long as you can feed your family for a few weeks till the National Guard start giving out care packages, you be good.
Right. What areas geographically do you suggest we spend a lot of time to come online? Finish line, man. Florida. You want to answer that question for me? We said, Rob, what areas geographically do you suggest we spend a lot of time in to come on more online?
It depends. To start where you at first. Touch the ground with your palms and your knees and your forehead. Right? And then ask the Mother Earth, where do I supposed to be? You'll find yourself there before you know it.
A guy that said, what should the mothers do to get the information? That's a beautiful question.
Say, what was it?
Mothers do, the matriarch do to get information, and I think y'all already doing it. Like just being inspiration, being doulas, raising Phoenix Academies most definitely got a beautiful situation going on. Being doulas, learning how to do everything that we need y'all to do. Like you said, proper preparation prevents poor performance. If we gotta be ready to have water on deck and have all these generators and stuff like that, maybe y'all should be able to like make sure we eat right. And it's like, I don't know, it's the simple stuff that y'all already do has always been all we need. You know what I'm saying? Did you want to touch on that?
Read the question again.
What
was
the mothers do to get information?
Oh, well, it's a lot of ways to get information, but it's enough of us on social media telling you where to look for. It depends on what information you're looking for. Because everybody's situation not the same. They don't need the same information. Ain't no cookie cutter. Right? So it depends on where she at, what she into, You know what I'm saying? How her brain works. That's a lot of stuff that goes into that as a variable.
I see.
I say, read till you get to the point where you can see
Master.
so many perspectives. That's all you're doing when you're reading, looking at something from another perspective. The more perspectives you have, the more holographic your view. So imagine one person in the crowd watching the game, but you able to watch the game from the eyes of everybody in the crowd.
It's so many questions. Oh man. All right. I'm trying to show love. Don't get mad at me, bro. It's so many questions. Who are the dirty Moors today? The Hebrew Israelites. Actually, you know what's funny? We are the same, man. A lot of that shit is connected. They just put different names and titles on it to keep us divided, keep us distracted. It's way bigger than that shit. It's way bigger than that shit. When you realize we all of that shit and above, the dirty Moors is still whoever will sell their soul for $1 and suck a dick to fit in.
Yeah,
Uh,
that's pretty much describing.
That's it. That's all I can. Is like shit. When you see somebody do some sucker shit that don't stand on principles, and they know what them principles are, those same pillars, then they look like us, but they ain't us because everybody else standing on principle. Of course, you gotta say meditate, eat healthy, breathe, work. Y'all, when y'all post and share good information, y'all teaching us and y'all inspire us. So that's a nice way to get information. Herbs good for the heart and good for the heart and goods for the heart. Cacao, for example. You see, Cosmic Cat 888.
I can't see none of the questions. Only like one come up,
Herbs,
then to roll up.
herbs good for the heart and goods for the heart. Keiko, for example. I think she's asking what's good for the heart. Pomegranate is amazing for the heart. Turmeric,
Look, you
black
can
seed oil.
you can get a book. Book is called Eat Heart Based Diet. I think is what it's called. Healthy Heart Diet. Healthy Heart Based Diet or something like that.
This is amazing one too.
Yeah. Look, a lot of the stuff that people want to know about, the same way they ask the question if the subject, right? The subject of the question is heart foods. You put the subject in and search heart foods, and it'll tell you foods that's good for the heart. You could do a Google search, or you can go get a book on
It
it. They got PDF books now where you don't even have to buy the book. You could just download it and read it.
God has said are we? I guess you're saying we having another World Fair.
Yeah, that's the Iowa World Fair that's coming up in the middle of sometime during that year-long celebration, the Iowa World Fair. Trump gave the date. So if you go to TikTok, type in Donald Trump 2025 celebration, and you will hear the announcement, and you give you the date of the World Fair and where it's at. So I think it's the Iowa or Idaho or one of them states.
Who got arrested in Switzerland? Dirty Moors.
Yeah. The,
I didn't hear.
they, look, they didn't make it public because there was like thousands of them that lived underground.
Is it the World's Fair or the Ohio State Fair?
They calling it the World's Fair. Go listen to the video of Donald Trump. But whatever it is, it's in Iowa. It's on Iowa. It'll be if it's in Iowa, it's gonna be on Iowa State Fairgrounds.
Man, OG, do me a favor. Put up your cash app because they're working you, man. Put up cash up if you want to. Ain't it a dollar sign? The Skype, SikApe.
SikApe, SIKAPE.
Because y'all working us at this point. Y'all went crazy with the question. I'm trying to get them out the way too. Uh, SIK.
Yeah, go ask Jesus if she know me. That's my girl. Me and Jesus talk personally.
Make sure I spelled that right, OG. Say it one more time.
It's dollar sign capital SIK capital APE.
Oh, so it's not the. Okay.
No,
Man, I hope I get it right. Boom. You can't type it in there because my phone acting
I
crazy.
think somebody just put it in there, pin
I
it.
appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate that. I'll pin it when I see it. There's a lot of questions coming in. No, stay out the hood too. It makes sense. Do you understand the amount of wisdom in this life? Appreciation. Um, Theirs will be tomorrow. Monk Mound, California, Illinois. I'm looking for questions. ISA FEMA in control. ISC FEMA in control. Try to find a statement.
FEMA not in control right now. Right now we are in. Okay, so we went through a transition of government. The transitional period was the administration of Joe Biden. That's why they broke Trump up into two terms, two terms with a term in the middle. Everything that's been going on has been under the control of the United States military. The United States military wanted Trump as the front man, and but the military is in continuity of government operations. Now we passed reconstitution of government because now they already telling us United States Treasury bought all of the banks because the Federal Reserve is closed down. The Federal Reserve was printing the fiat money, which takes us to the credit union ruling by the Supreme Court.
Now, that's your
Right?
question.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that the whole Jeopardy situation kickstarted that?
It's that's what the case about.
I see.
Right? The fiat money is the money that's not backed by anything.
Somebody said, Chief, I know you good at remote viewing. Would you provide me the first setting point for this for me to learn? Thanks.
The military um, teachers, original teachers of control remote viewing wrote a manual. It's called the Control Remote Viewing Manual. And it was originally a government document, but now it's printed and published as a book, a how-to manual. Control Remote Viewing Manual.
It's so many. I'm trying to find some dope ones. So I ain't take it. Ask about Chief Push Mataha from Itabeen, Mississippi. I gotta look that one up myself. You know anything about
Yeah,
Chief
yeah.
Push?
You remember him when his wife was um wait a minute. I'm not sure if that's him. But I think it's the guy whose wife got locked up and Phoenix had to go and do some spiritual protection work for her to get out. Because where everybody else was trained, they had a release order for her and everything. They just wouldn't let her go.
Yeah, I think as far as the Mississippi Chiefs, there's so many of them, and it's so the dynasty of Mississippi is just as great as the Egyptian. Like they used to like try to play. I grew up in Gulfport, so it's weird because now all this stuff's coming out about all these artifacts that's in these places are in Mississippi too. When the river dried up, they started finding like giant bones and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? So they got a lot going on. And all these chiefs they all look like too through the whole GGC. That's why I thought it was funny that Trump was trying to rename the Gulf of America because we always call it the GGC anyway, the Golden Gulf Coast.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's like
So,
he on something.
we had to take everything back from the colonizers, right? And that was part of the public exposure to reclaiming everything and renaming it. You got to justify why you're renaming it to the ignorant because they don't know what's going on. They don't even see the transfer of power taking place in their face because they believing in the actors, and Trump kept telling them all they are is central casting. That's why they don't have an oath of office on record, which takes us back to the Brunson case. So you have all of these um, legal rulings. They haven't, when the Brunson case is ruled on and they don't have oath of office on file, they have to rule in favor of the Constitution. Because if they don't, that'll show the whole people the fraud of the Supreme Court. It'll prove beyond anybody's doubt that the Supreme Court is a fraud if they overrule the Brunson case in favor of the people whose names are have no oath of office. That's like taking the Constitution to the bathroom, saying you the highest judge on the Supreme Court, and you wipe your ass with it. That's why they haven't released it yet. They have to wait until it's actionable to release it. It won't be actionable until they officially acknowledge that Trump's still the president, or they'll put him back in office.
And you said this years ago, and it played itself right on out. That's the crazy shit. Just quick. Somebody was asking about certain. I'm not going to talk about what to take as far as medicines, whatever, because no, you ain't gonna catch me up in that. But a lot of the answers that you're looking for, there's other brothers and sisters, guys and queens in the chat that's giving you the answers for it. Especially when somebody said Queen of Four. Look up Queen of Four. Look up Dr. Sabi. Make it easy on yourself, because I don't want to give you none of the wrong information. Like he just said, everybody got a different blood type. So you got to eat for your, like the sis said, eat for your blood type. Why didn't the South American tribes tell us it was dark people we was fighting with? Why
They did.
did American tribes? That's why I just showed you the artifacts. They're telling you they were conquered. The people, they're telling you, they're giving us artifacts. When they see us, they give us these things. And they tell us, yo, you the real, they look at us like gods to this day. Back then, I broke the concept that it says it on there. The Olmecs didn't build anything. They told the other people to build for them. That's just like you think the pharaohs built the pyramids? No, the people that. So now you have the debate. What came first, the chicken or the egg? Who built the pyramids? Imhotep mine, or the person that had to lift that brick, or the stone people that the Proverbs say they raised up from the one they call the creator, Lemembe, one who erects into existence, the foundation of existence. They literally call this dude the creator. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, nah, man, it's so much, bro. Hold on, let me catch. The South American tribes, a lot of them did, but at the same time, you also got to realize we were also at war with a lot of them too. It's always gonna be spite and envy. It's always gonna be spite and envy. How do we know what to trust? What's coming for us? It's been so long, and they want us to save ourselves. So how do we know who to trust? Trust in yourself. Buy you some land. Duck the fuck off. Trust in your the food you grow. You know what I'm saying? At this point, everything, proper preparation prevents poor performance. There's nothing. Those kind of questions have been answered 50 years ago when Elijah Muhammad told. Like, regardless, they make us hate the messengers, but these people been prepped us for a whole lot of shit. Like eat to live, prep water, getting coconut water, growing your gardens, stop eating junk food, cook. Trump just withdrawn the United States from who? Trump just withdrawn the United States from who? On that. Did you talk about why didn't Trump put his hand? Yeah, they did speak on that already. Okay, the I believe the guy that says push Mat. Forgive me if I don't know to pronounce the chief's name right. Push Mata Ha is from Bina, Mississippi. Trump invited the Mississippi Valley University marching band from Bina to the inauguration. You should cash at me just for having to do all that. That was whole, got me on here looking like Trump is a scapegoat. I don't even think that's Trump, bro. Like he's just a face. That's just the face they got playing for the mission they already signed over with.
Look, they got 4 or 5 Trumps.
They
Man.
got
They
4 or
switch
5,
them up on them.
and they don't want to have that conversation. But there's a movie that Marshall Ali just came out with, and it's about him cloning himself, but accepting it. It was like he cloned himself because he was about to die from cancer. They're telling y'all what they're doing and what they're about to put on, and they're making you understand think that shit normal. From the World Health Organization, that's some beautiful shit that JFK's been doing lately. He talking about some getting all that bullshit off. As soon as you get that food, as soon as you start getting that food, that crazy shit about your body, like people that eat fried chicken every day, you don't even realize that's flour. That flour kicks up in you. That's what you're feeling. You're feeling drowsy. As soon as you release all that stuff, man, Rod's not able to see the questions. No, he's not. That's why I say I'm getting the best ones I can. Self, spiritually elevated life form, the self. Trump said we a sovereign country. True. Arisha Stone, do you have any books? Yeah, I do have a YouTube channel. You can tap in. It's Arisha Stone. We just did some with Tahir RBG. Yo, I need to get you and Tahir online together too, because that would be epic. Got to get these artifacts out of people. I'm around Omics every day, and I want them to know so another thing, the museum stole a whole lot of stuff. They also know
Hey,
that they had.
somebody just asked me in the comment, what's my daily diet?
He said, "What's your daily?"
Fried chicken.
Huh?
Somebody asked me in the comments, what was my daily diet like? I just said fried chicken.
Yo, clean it out. Get you some berries or something. Clean this shit out.
I'm actually in a cycle right now, cleansing and replenishing
Everything is
cycle.
balanced. Somebody says cosmic royalty. That's just, it's so beautiful as she said that, but that's what it is. It's cosmic royalty. When you see it in these thrift shops, if you see it when you go to Mexico and they give you this is jade. The Mexican saw me, he gave me this, you know what I'm saying? And it's Guatemalan jade, but it's just dope. You know what I'm saying? That a girl came to me and she said to me, this is who you are. And she showed me this little thing. And she's a tattoo artist, but she showed me this little thing and it tapped me to the whole country koala thing. That's one of their gods. It's the black god. This is Olmec. This isn't Aztec or Inca or none of that shit. The Quetzalcoatl or the feathered serpent goes all the way back. And it's just beautiful that this is the year of the serpent. We just came out the year of the dragon, or we still in it. But all this, the return of the serpent wisdom, cosmic royalty, I see. Yeah, follow
That's
my
the Nagas.
Instagram.
That's the return of the Nagas kings.
Will Bill Gates be exposed? He is exposed. He's
Man, if
been
he
exposed.
ain't exposed by now, he ain't gonna never get exposed.
We can see you. Should we be doing geology to search? There's a dope guy on YouTube, Mike TV, I think he is. But he's actually he talks about it a lot. A lot of people are satisfied with him. I haven't done it yet, but when I get my coins up, I'm gonna rock with him. But yeah, check Mike TV out. He be putting some really cool information out too, and he's funny as hell. Rob, what is your day? Yeah, you said that. The things I don't want to gaslight, but I just want more people to know about everything. Everybody I done introduced to the sky, the SikApe can't get enough. I love it, man. You don't get wisdom like this. Like the reason that people act like they love Malachi York so much is because he can get out and talk to people. Now, from people that were from those generations that could actually look at those master teachers, or people that was actually trying to push consciousness before it was cool, or before you got paid for it. That was the beauty of it when they were just trying to give you knowledge. You used to see it in the Moors before they got too cocky and try to throw everything in your face. But when you got somebody that just sit there and know these books and read these books, then in, you know what I'm saying? Appreciate that, because that's a library. He is a library. No one cares about Trump. Real knockers don't vote for puppets, I say. The Matrix. Yo, G, I'm gonna tap out, man, because there's still a lot more questions. But yo, I would love to do it with you again. And I'm sorry if I didn't get to your question. No offense, because there's so many good questions, but I ain't even got halfway through, man. So I ain't gonna lie. It's Billy Carson. I'm gonna answer. I want to ask this question. And I'm just asking the question in the comments. Is Billy Carson and 19 Keys ops? Damn, deep diver. That's a deep one.
No, they not ops for us.
I say.
But you got to remember, it's two sides to this war, right? Watch who people enemy is.
The enemy.
You gotta always pay attention who their enemy is, because if you know who they fighting, you know what they fighting for. Because the enemy only gonna try to stop you if you fighting for something he don't want you to fight for.
Yo,
You can tell the ones that's sending for selfish agendas versus the ones that's trying to get information out, just by the information that they give you freely, right? But that don't mean that people can't do business.
still here. Yo, every time I want to, I'm trying to tap out, but every time I see something else, another good one. Did you see that Mexico's the president of Mexico is acknowledging the Afro-Indigenous people?
Yeah.
I thought like everything is playing itself out. Everything that we said years ago is playing out in real time type shit. Do you young people go back to?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I said you. Yo, I'm gonna go ahead and tap out, man. Man, if I can catch you next time. But man, I appreciate the wisdom OG for real, man. You already know I got something coming to you. I appreciate you. Y'all know you shit support. That's what you do. Levites and wisdom people. Gurus. I think not gurus. What they used to call the ones that used to tell the stories.
Not agree.
Griots, stuff like that. You take care of those, you know what I'm saying? You take care of your library, you take care of your leaders, you know what I'm saying? The ones that don't sell out, still standing on business and still standing on integrity and teach you. It ain't just about the show and just talk about the shit. You got to be about this shit. But, man, get in garden, man. Grow you some garden, you know what I'm saying? Peace to everybody. If you want to support my channel, look at my channel. I sell stuff. So look at my channel. You see something you like, you buy it. You know what I'm saying? Shit, fuck with me. You see, once again, Rod Hayes, CASHAPP's in there. You got PayPal, Rod?
Nope.
No, he said, no, CASHAPP. I got PayPal.
Look. Man, made me forget what I was going to say. You were saying something, and I wanted to comment on it. Because you was talking about the about your channel.
Oh, I did
love energy. Turn your war story into a love story in your heart and your mind. When the frequency hits you, it's gonna give you the Holy Ghost.
Yo, the dude, I was watching a video. The dude was saying that that the power that's going to be generated during this window, during this time, it's more powerful than any force in all the galaxies, all the universes. It's the most powerful force that's going to be produced.
It's the source code.
Yeah.
It's the source code.
The other extraterrestrials, do they have access to source code? Anunnakis, Palladians, and all these other creatures that we hear about that
they on a different clock though. They on a different clock. They on a different clock because they from a different star system.
Okay.
When they from a different star system, they align to when the center of the universe line up to their star system or planet. Right? And the same way you have the 100 monkey effect, right? If all of the humans decide there's an advantageous, or if a certain amount of them decide there's a advantageous survival mechanism that we could all benefit from, the 100 monkey effect will feed it to the great egregore or universal mind or the collective unconscious of the people. And we need the women because they are literally synced to the earth through mitochondria, and they sponsor us through mitochondria. Right. And they're going to get source code data upgrades before the men because they have to feed them through them to us. Right. Because they are the ones who's filtering this source code through the earth. So the more sisters be in that gratitude, love energy. If it was up to me, I'd tell every female in America and around the world, Monday spa day.
Oh, Monday spa day?
Monday spa day. All of them. Every last one of them. Monday is spa day. Go, relax, let your hair down, sit in the hot tub, jacuzzi, get a massage. You know what I'm saying? Whatever you do on spa day, get your fingernails done, primp your hair, go put your weave in, whatever. Whatever make you feel the greatest feminine feeling in your heart, that's what you should be doing when these source codes come in. Because that's how you gonna catch them and hold them the greatest. That'd be if it was up to me. But you know, people tend to be thinking that people that say stuff like that, oh, he a cult leader. Nope. That's why I don't be at nobody gatherings. They can't say I had nobody meet me nowhere. If a motherfucker say I did something to them, I guarantee you they came where I'm at.
Oh man.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm not, my circle is so goddamn small. I move like a team, but it's just me.
Mm.
It's just me in the cave of the ancient. I'm just giving y'all shit that I've been knowing for fucking 25 years. Trying to help the people teach each other to get caught up and see the enemy for what it is. The enemy is really a frequency. And the source code is our opportunity to alter the frequency to flip out of the infinity loop.
Right.
And the first antennas is going to be the females. And then we're going to all have this better reality than we have now because this one is defunct. It's over with. It's just all a shell being played out in a masquerade in order to keep the people behind schedule. It's not working. They waking up fast as hell.
The brothers want to know, what should men do? What should the men do?
The men should be shifting their energy from the wartime fight energy to like industrious energy, thinking energy, reading books, focusing on your intellectual development and your spiritual development. If you focus on that and you got a woman that's in her femininity, y'all will be able to cycle the energy between each other faster. For the ones who single, your energy is going to come from your mothers and your sister.
Mm.
Your mother is the one who attracts your female through your heart chakra.
Some deep shit. You say your mama attracts your female through your heart chakra?
Yeah. And the rule is, if this is where the Oedipus complex come from. If she don't love you unconditionally like your mama do, and your value in your mama's eyes is great, she can't have you. Your mama gonna make sure you don't end up with a rotten bitch. Right? So that's why it's always best to work on the self, because when the women watching you and they got a beehive network of psychic connection, they talk about you subconsciously and you don't even know it. They having a whole dialogue about how you walk, your body structure, your gait. They talking about how strong you look or how weak you look. If the bags under your eyes show that you don't get enough rest, what would be the cause of that? They analyzing you all day long. Every woman that you see is feeding her the same information to the next woman they see. And they all building on to your value. This is what make the women be attracted to a man.
You know what's funny, Rod? That is what you was just saying. I was just thinking that's the brother's main complaint about what they call modern woman, is that they ain't nothing like their mama. So they don't want to get with the woman because they know what their mama brought to the table, and they like, this bitch here ain't doing nothing like my mama was doing. So I don't even want to mess with these women out. That's I hear that a lot from brothers these days. Like,
You
these women
know,
ain't got nothing on my mama.
if you go to Noble Drew Ali and he's carrying the woman, lifting her above the cares of the world and moving her on to the dry land,
Yeah.
right? And it says to uplift fallen humanity. Because the patriarch stole the knowledge from the sisters, it's up to us to teach them what we need in order for us to be better men.
Wow. Okay.
And if you can raise her consciousness level, it'll also affect your spiritual development and your mitochondrial connection. No, she's probably, because of the miseducation and the division of the family, she's not going to be, none of these women is going to be what those women of old were.
Mm-mm.
Mm-mm. But she will customize herself for the right man.
Mm.
So she might not come in with the same value that your mama had, but if she see your value, she's going to raise her personal value to match yours. And your value is determined by how much self-work you do. Do you work out? Do you know how to fix your own food? Do you know how to wash your own clothes? Do you know how to take care of your whole self, where that's not a responsibility but a privilege? Soon as you take it from responsibility and you delegate it as a privilege, I don't need no motherfucker. I can take care of me. My mama taught me how to wash my clothes, clean my house, wash my dishes, scrub under my sink. She taught me all that stuff. She said, I'm gonna teach you everything you need to know. So whatever woman you get, she don't have to know. She'll know that you got some worth. Right? I couldn't understand why I had to stay in the kitchen and cook while my brothers was outside working on mechanics with pops. I'm in the kitchen cooking with my mama. She's teaching me something. She's teaching me that a cake need ingredients, and if you put the wrong ingredients in, it won't taste right. Right? Well, I don't need no salt in no cake because I got sugar. You don't put that salt in that cake ain't gonna taste right. The salt gonna balance those sweets out with the grains that you put into the food. Right? I don't need no egg. I got milk. That motherfucker gonna fall apart. It ain't gonna even stick together. Right? When you learn these things, it's also teaching you alchemy. Right? When you are masculine, when you're going into the masculine, you're thinking left brain already anyway. The learning to cook by recipe is learning alchemy in the left brain, but you being taught from the right side. The mother is teaching you. And this is why mama's the master.
Right.
And the master gonna raise a master.
Let's get to a couple of questions before we get out of here, Rod. Listen, man, this is fire, Rod. I definitely appreciate you coming on here, man, and dropping it like this, man. Man, family, I was talking to this brother, man. We got like I was gonna do like 3 other shows before this show. We was talking about the black Neanderthals. We was talking about the what's that called? The
Cro-Magnon.
The Cro-Magnon, the nuclear winter. Rod was breaking out all types of shit to me on the phone, and then right before we hung up, he brought this up, and I'm like, yo, Rod, we